Taurus. Taurus, you get these two cards. So this is the Taurus card, all right? And this talks about the way Taurus needs stability and needs routine and needs to know what is expected of them and likes law and order and likes organization, might be spiritual or religious. They have a routine that they stick to regularly, likely educated as well. Your other major arcana card, and this of course, so we go from the Hierophant to the Empress card, all about Venus. And Venus is love and money and kindness and motherly energy. It's a really good vibe. Well, we'll look at it, right? She's sitting in that chair. Some people say that is pomegranates. There could be strawberries on her outfit. And I'm just speaking about how strawberries is a female medicine. And we're coming into the strawberry moon too. So this is the card that we see for both Taurus and Libra, the Venus card, the Empress. So we know these people are full of love and kindness and motherly energy, and they make great parents. They're hardworking, keep a great home, that type of a thing, right? And then there's this one, of course, and that's all the rules and conditions and organization, and sometimes they can be a little bit of a helicopter parent. So we do have to be reminding them to, trust that they taught their kids well and let them make their own mistakes, right? That'll be the biggest lesson. For July, those are your cards in general. Those are cards that stick with the Taurus always. But what we see happening in the month of July for them is a look at expanding your energy in your home, expanding the purpose of you being in the home. So if you are at home a lot, make it purposeful. To check yourself around pride and joy. It's okay to be full of pride, as long as you've checked it and it's not full of ego with it. You can be proud about the things that you've accomplished. You can be proud about the things that you bring to a situation. You can be proud, especially if you've left a bad relationship. You can be proud of yourself if you've quit smoking, that kind of thing for sure. And this will bring you an energy of joy, of a satisfaction that you have created something, because you're a strong sign, that's the one thing for sure. You're strong, especially when we look at Hierophant and the Empress. They're very strong cards. So, just consider you as a whole. You're a strong vibe. You're a force to be reckoned with, to be honest with you. When you get something in your mind and you move forward, you are definitely a force to be reckoned with. You'll feel, over this month though, I think you're going to feel a renewed belonging. Maybe you've been out of sorts in some way, or maybe you've been on your own too long, or maybe you haven't reconnected with someone seriously in the intimacy level, and maybe there's been a breach in some way. But I will say this month, you're going to start feeling like you belong again, like you feel connected again, like you feel whatever difficulties you have faced over the last little while, maybe it's ending, and some really good vibe is going to come in and shift the energy for you, okay? If by some chance you're looking at wanting to be a mom, Taurus, I just got this card on the floor and just fell right out of the deck. I'm going to say, you think it through. Don't forget, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for the month of July. So you want to think it through and make sure all the steps are there for you. I think sometimes when you think too much, though, you could get yourself a little overwhelmed and you start to freak out and worry that, you shoulda, coulda, woulda, or you can't do this, or what if that. Stop it. Stop doing that to yourself, okay? Stop doing that to yourself. Just let Spirit direct you. Let Spirit direct you this time, okay? I'm looking now at love. Let's see. Love for the Taurus. Well, I think those Tauruses who have been involved in any kind of relationship, especially if you've been living in a common law situation, I think you're going to review it and ask yourself, why bother? And I don't know, even married Tauruses, I think, are going to review their relationships and wonder if this is exactly what they want. That's what I'm looking at right now, sorry to say. If you are a single Taurus, though, if you're a single Taurus, you ain't no fool. You've already been through the difficulties and you won't be jumping in anytime soon. I mean, I know you're loving and kind and a wonderful person, but you've experienced probably some very difficult relationships, and I don't see you moving very quickly into anything. However, if you've been single for a long time, this might be an interesting month for you to reconnect with people, to reconnect with conversations with opposite sex, or if it's the same sex, romantic sex, sorry, I should just say it that way. This will be a good time for you to connect with others that will make you feel a little, make you feel pretty again. Maybe you haven't been feeling so pretty, or maybe you just haven't seen your beauty, and it's time for you to step back and use the Mercury retrograde, Taurus, to review yourself, okay? And if you want to maybe change your hair, or wear different makeup, or even wear makeup, or maybe you want a clothing shift, or something might need a review. And I think this is going to be a freaking awesome month for you to look over that. It could be a really good month for you to review your standards and what you want in a partner, are willing to tolerate, and what you're not willing to tolerate. And don't change those rules, okay? But if you do get asked out and you're feeling really good vibe, you go for it. You definitely go for it. Your instincts are good when you trust them, when you listen to yourself. Your instincts are freaking good. But you don't always listen to yourself. And that's part of the problem, Taurus. I think the biggest problem with Taurus is trusting the man. Let's say, if you're a Taurus woman, I'm going to say you trust the man's word over your own. Check yourself. That is bad to do. Do not trust somebody else's word over your instinct, okay? Don't do that. If you are a Taurus man, then you might be trusting your partner, your wife's words over your own instincts. Men do have instincts too. Don't take them for granted is what I'm trying to say, please. I think it's really important for you to look at what you feel. If you get near someone and you're feeling kind of weird around them, or maybe they make you feel like you can't trust them, trust that. I'm killing mosquitoes still, for Christ's sakes. I like this month for you though. Even though I think you're going to find some difficulties, I think this is going to be a month that's going to tweak everything, and you're going to get your shit together in a way that you probably haven't had it together in a while. All right? So you trust yourself on this one. As far as money goes, Taurus, you may have more than one source of income, more than one opportunity to make income come your way. I think if you focus on it, you'll get it, okay? Health. I see some of the Taurus people who have fought a good fight and have won some health issues and are doing pretty good right now. There might be another health issue that comes a knocking on your door. Just be patient. I don't think it's going to be as bad of news as you think it's going to be. So if you've been worried or concerned about something regarding your health, I think whatever it is, it's going to find a way to settle, and you won't be as worried or have so much concern. For the most part, I'm going to say that for you, Taurus, okay? Do you love a Taurus? Do you hate a Taurus? I got two sisters that are Taurus. Do you find some Tauruses difficult to understand? My daughter-in-law has a Taurus moon. And as long as you don't piss her off, she's awesome. And both my sisters are Taurus. And I think when I was younger, I used to piss them off a lot. And then we used to fight. But now I don't. I guess I've learned the language of Taurus. Yeah, they're pretty stable. They just take their time in doing things, right? Taurus just likes to plod along in a slow way. They don't really like a whole lot of change. So that kind of puts them off. They're fairly stable. And they like things to be stable.